Have you ever found yourself wondering about that secret life you slip into every night just as you drift off to sleep? It's a place with no rules, a private movie where you're not just the audience, but also the star and the director, all at once. Welcome to the world of dreams. Every single one of us dreams every single night, even if we wake up with no memory of the adventure we just had. These nightly stories can be wildly strange, deeply moving, or sometimes just plain ordinary. Maybe you're soaring above a city you've never visited, chatting with someone from history, or just searching for your keys in a house that feels unfamiliar. What are these fleeting, curious experiences? And why does our brain, so logical and practical by day, spend the night spinning such wild, imaginative tales? Honestly, it's one of the most fascinating mysteries about being human. And our journey into dreams begins the very moment our heads touch the pillow. But what really happens when we fall asleep? Let's take a closer look at the mysterious world of sleep itself. When you drift off into sleep, your brain doesn't just switch off and go silent. Instead, it sets off on a fascinating, repeating journey through different stages, each with its own special job to do. First up is non-rapid eye movement sleep, or NREM. Imagine your brain quietly tidying up. Muscles relax, growth hormone flows, tissues repair, and your body gets a much-needed recharge. But then, something truly amazing happens. Several times a night, your brain shifts gears and dives into rapid eye movement, REM sleep. If NREM is like a calm, focused librarian, REM is the wild, imaginative artist. Suddenly, your brain lights up with activity, almost as if you're wide awake. Even though your eyes are closed, they dart around under your lids. Your breathing and heartbeat might get a little unpredictable, and your body becomes almost completely still. That's because a signal from deep in your brain keeps your muscles from moving, so you don't act out your dreams. Now the visual part of your brain sparks to life. Your emotional centers, like the amygdala, get busy. Meanwhile, the logical part takes a break, letting your creative and emotional mind run the show. And as you dream, your brain isn't just entertaining you, it's also quietly helping you process your feelings, setting the stage for emotional healing each night. One of the most fascinating ideas is that REM sleep is like a gentle overnight therapy session for our minds. It's a safe space where our brains can quietly sort through all the big feelings we've gathered during the day, whether they're tough, joyful, or somewhere in between. You can think of dreaming as your own emotional first aid kit. When something really moves us, good or bad, our minds tag it with a strong emotional note, almost like a sticky note for our feelings. During REM sleep, a key stress chemical called noradrenaline is turned way down. It's the only time our brains get a true break from this anxiety-triggering molecule, making it a uniquely calm environment for emotional healing. In this peaceful state, our brains can replay emotional memories and gently take away their sting. So we can remember what happened, but without the same sharp pain. It's a bit like the difference between remembering a tough breakup and feeling that fresh wave of sadness, versus looking back later and seeing it as a meaningful if bittersweet chapter in your story. Without this nightly emotional tune-up, our brains can get a little too sensitive. Suddenly, even small annoyances can feel overwhelming. Think about the dreams you have after a stressful day. They often echo your worries or even replay the things that made you anxious. That's why, after something upsetting, a good night's sleep can help you wake up feeling just a little bit lighter. And as your mind finds calm, it's also quietly getting ready for another important job, organizing your memories and making sense of your day. In fact, dreams might be the bridge between our emotions and the way our brains sort and store everything we experience. Some scientists believe that dreaming is actually your brain's way of tidying up memories. Imagine that. All day long, your mind is busy collecting a wild mix of things: faces, facts, funny moments, and even those awkward conversations. It's a lot to keep track of, isn't it? Picture your brain as a bustling office during the day, but when you drift off to sleep, it's like a team of friendly night shift workers comes in to sort and file everything neatly away. This overnight process helps strengthen the connections between your memories, moving them from a short-term holding area to a more permanent home, so you can find them later when you need them. And then, during REM sleep, things get even more interesting. Your brain doesn't just store memories, it starts mixing them up, searching for patterns and links between new things you've learned and everything you already know. That's why you might dream about a new coworker showing up in your childhood home. It's your brain's playful way of connecting the dots between the past and the present. This is also why getting a good night's sleep before a big test or presentation can help so much more than staying up all night cramming. Your brain needs time to organize and lock in what you've learned. It turns out it's not just practice that makes perfect, it's practice followed by sleep that really helps your skills and memories stick. By weaving together new experiences with old ones, your brain is quietly crafting the unique story of you, night after night. And sometimes, in the process, your dreams become a playground for creativity, helping you solve problems and spark new ideas even while you sleep. On that note, some scientists think dreaming is like having your own creative space for solving problems. Imagine your mind as a sandbox where you can build, explore, and experiment all while you sleep. When you drift into REM sleep and your prefrontal cortex takes a little break, your brain starts making connections it would never dream up during the day. It's like your mind is free to wander and play with new ideas. Think of it as a wild brainstorming session. No rules, no bad ideas. Your dreaming brain tosses together memories, thoughts, and feelings just to see what interesting combinations might pop up. And there are some amazing stories from history. Like Kekule dreaming up the shape of the benzene ring, Mary Shelley imagining Frankenstein, or Paul McCartney waking up with a brand new song in his head. Dreams can be full of surprises. These stories show just how clever our dreaming minds can be, finding patterns in the chaos, and sometimes coming up with brilliant solutions or sudden flashes of insight. Have you ever gone to bed stuck on a problem, only to wake up with a fresh idea? That's your dreaming mind at work, taking your worries out of their usual context and letting them play in a new light. Sometimes your dreams mix in random memories or odd metaphors. Maybe the answer you need is hidden in a story, a feeling, or a surprising mashup you'd never think of while awake. You might wake up with a new way to look at an argument, or a creative spark for a project. That's the magic of your dreaming mind, always working behind the scenes. It's like having your own round-the-clock innovation lab, ready to help you see things differently anytime you need it. And while science explores how dreams help us solve problems, people everywhere have long wondered what dreams truly mean. Across the world, dreams have inspired stories, rituals, and beliefs, each culture finding its own meaning in the mysteries of the night. While scientists are busy unraveling the biology of dreams, people everywhere have been wondering about their meaning for thousands of years. Isn't it fascinating how we all try to make sense of what happens when we close our eyes? This dates back to ancient Egypt and Greece, where there were special dream temples folks would sleep, hoping for guidance or healing from their dreams. It's like seeking advice from the world inside your head. In many indigenous cultures, dreams aren't just personal, they help guide the whole community. They might reveal where to find food, warn of danger, or even inspire new songs and rituals. Dreams become a shared adventure. And in Aboriginal Australian cultures, there's the dream time, a story that's not just about sleep, but about how the world itself came to be. For them, dreams are a map to understanding life and our place in it. It's amazing how the same dream can mean so many different things. For example, losing teeth in a dream. For some, it's a sign of anxiety. For others, it's a health warning, or maybe even a glimpse of the future. And flying? That could mean spiritual growth, or just a bit of wishful thinking. All these interpretations reflect what matters most to each culture, their stories, their values, their symbols. There's no right or wrong way to look at dreams, they're just different ways of connecting with something mysterious and meaningful. This colorful patchwork of beliefs reminds us that dreams are both a part of our biology and a deeply human experience, shaped by our lives and the cultures we share. Science can tell us how dreams happen, like REM cycles and brain chemistry, but culture helps us explore why they matter to us, in ways that are rich and symbolic. For thousands of years, people have looked into the mysterious mirror of their dreams, hoping to understand themselves just a little bit better. Maybe that's something we all share. So as you think about your own dreams, what stories or feelings do you find waiting for you there? We've taken quite a journey together, wandering through the sleeping brain, chatting about fascinating scientific ideas, and peeking into the rich cultural stories behind dreams. Along the way, we've discovered that dreams can be like emotional therapy, a clever way to organize our memories and even a spark for creativity. Dreams aren't just a quirky part of life. They're essential for our minds and bodies to stay healthy and balanced. And even though science has taught us so much, there's still a wonderful mystery to dreams, a personal, secret world that belongs only to you. Each night, you get to explore your own universe, built from your memories and feelings. Science can give us clues, but you're the true adventurer in this world. You don't need to be an expert to start exploring. Try keeping a notebook by your bed, and when you wake up, jot down any dream fragments, no matter how odd or silly they seem. Notice if certain themes or feelings pop up again and again. Ask yourself, how did that dream make me feel? Does it remind me of something from yesterday? Did it spark a new idea? When you look at your dreams with gentle curiosity, instead of trying to solve them like a puzzle, you open up a thoughtful conversation with your deeper self. It's a way to listen to what's going on inside. So tonight, as you drift off to sleep, remember, you're not just shutting down. You're logging into a world full of possibilities. What's the strangest dream you can remember? Wherever your dreams take you, may they bring you wonder, comfort, and a little bit of magic, night after night.